Hey everyone, we are the Gratitude Girls.
The Gratitude Girls are in the house. Hi, Laurie. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Kathryn?
I'm great with a lot of new beginnings around. I see you're ready for the Christmas holiday spirit. I love you in red.
Thank you.
You
Yes,
look
I have to
amazing.
have something blingy on for this month.
Yes, I totally understand. I wore it around my mala around my neck, but my clothes are in different situations right now. I love that we're focusing on the holidays. I'll introduce myself real quick for in case for and in case somebody is watching us for the first time. Oh, usually I'm not tongue-tied. My name is Kathryn Asaro Myers, affectionately known as Rara. I'm broadcasting to you live tonight from beautiful Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario, Canada. And I'm here with my amazing partner.
And I am Laurie Delk Radecki, and I am outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Tonight we're going to talk to you about Christmas, the holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate. But there's a term that we all understand because it doesn't matter what we celebrate. We talk about stocking stuffers. Is this a good stocking stuffer? And what do you put in your friends and families' stockings as a gift? We have a really good solution no matter what holidays you celebrate, where you want to place that as a cadeau, as they say en français. We thought if we talk about what is a good stocking stuffer, Lori, what's number one on the top of our list?
Gratitude Girls Journal, of course.
Of course, it fits in any stocking. And sometimes you may wonder, like, how do I know if someone would be a good candidate for that? Well, I'll share something, and I don't even know how this came up, but you know what this is. Do you remember what a phone book used to be? All right. Well, I found this phone book from 1980. And in 1980, I was in my 20s. I wrote down addresses with names, phone numbers, and birthdays religiously. Someone who cares about details would be a great person to write in a journal. Hence, Lori and I being the co-authors of Gratitude Girls Journal. So, someone who has a phone book from 45 years ago, and we just found it because I was, looking at things. That's a good candidate for someone who would write in a journal. Someone who already has a journal, someone who has fancy pens, or maybe someone who has fancy books, not only the gratitude journal, because maybe they don't have it yet, but they'll tell you, my favorite pen and I like to write. That's those are the words you want to hear. And that's the person you want to make sure that they have a journal in their hand, not just because it's our journal, but the benefits, Lori, of writing in a journal are endless.
Right, exactly. And our journal has so much space that you can write in, right? We have words on each page that you can talk about also that give you ideas. And we tell you, like we always say, write down 5 things you're grateful and thankful for each day and make sure they're specific in detail, right? Like not just, I'm thankful for my house, I'm thankful for my spouse, I'm thankful for the kids, right? Like specific and in detail. What did, my husband went to have lunch today with me before I had to go out and meet with someone to help work on their computer. So, like that, specific and in detail. My husband goes out to lunch with me all the time, but that's specific and in detail what I could say, right? I enjoyed spending that time with him. So every day, write down a few things specific and in detail because that helps you to attract more things to be specific and in detail, to be more grateful and thankful for. And then we give you different verses and different words and thoughts on every page to help you think of those things and to keep you in that mindset because and I know Kathryn will talk more about this, but the energy, the ambiance that you give off, your aura just heightens so much and you just feel better.
You're right. And to talk about like how, where, when would you do that? We have certain rituals in our house. So I like to write in the journal at night before I go to bed and then read that when I get up in the morning so that before I go to sleep, I am reciting to myself all the things I'm grateful for. And I wake up, I reinforce that. But we have another habit. We have a meditation area that we call the meditation room. And we write in our book. We also have a dream book, but we journal together as a couple. So we journal and write down what it is that is important to us, how we're grateful for it, and then we read it. So, to your point, Laurie, when you write it and then say it, and write it, say it, write it, you're anchoring it. So, if you're writing with your partner, your spouse, your business partner, as we do, and you're sharing those things, it now becomes a reality in another dimension because the energy has been exchanged with someone else who's been accepting it. So you have an accountability partner for your gratitude. And in case, just in case the next day doesn't go really great, your partner can say, remember how grateful you were yesterday when you had lunch with your husband and you felt so good because of that. Not only was the food good and the company good, but it really made you feel good the way you explained it to me. So, having a partner to discuss our gratitude is accountability, and it also brings us back up. Lori, we talk about hang out with those who lift us, who don't bring us down. And gratitude is a perfect way to, lock arms and, make a club and get together and talk about it because we can have all kinds of sessions. We can complain, we can be pessimistic, optimistic, but we could be in gratitude. And that's the best club to join.
Right, exactly. And even though, like, all you guys know, Kathryn and I both are very, very overly optimistic, my husband would say sometimes, but we both prefer to be that way. But yet we still have our moments, right? Like, everybody has their moments. And Kathryn and I, even, we're not only business partners, we're like best friends too. And we've talked each other off the ledge lots of times, right? But
Yes.
that's exactly what that is for. And when you have the journal that you could sit there and look back at, you can also, just in case you don't have somebody that is right there right when you need them, hopefully you do, but you could reread your pages.
Mm.
And that will help to talk yourself back off that ledge too.
I love that. And today I'm going to write in my journal. I'm so grateful for you, Lori, for being there when I got upset when I broke my $300 tea kettle. There is no reason to have a $300 tea kettle. But anyway, I was fortunate enough to be able to buy one on sale. So the point is, tonight I went to pick it up. It sounds like a small thing, but I'm so grateful that you were there at that moment because I went, I don't believe that happened. It could have broken with anybody else. Why did it have to be me? So I was, looking for you to be there, and you were right there at that moment. And when you write that, Lori was right there again for me at the exact moment that I needed her. And it felt so good to know that she was there. It reinforces what we do for one another. And that's not just a sentence in a journal, it's a commitment that we have, and it reinforces that. And our journal can actually bring the relationships we have to deeper commitments just by being able to reflect on them. So thank you for being here tonight for me when I was almost crying over breaking my $300 ticket problem.
Of course, yes. And and you've been here for me so many times too. And that's it. And that's the great thing, y'all, is we each have our moments. And writing in the book, having a person is absolutely wonderful. And hopefully you do have that person too that can lift you higher. But writing in the journal helps also. And like Kathryn was saying, Kevin and I also write in a journal. We write different things that we do all the time so we can reflect back on them and so we could teach our kids some lessons too. Hopefully, one day when we're gone, the kids will read it and maybe learn some lessons on different things that we've went through. But so if you don't have the journal yet, go to Amazon right now. Amazon.com for US, Amazon.ca for Canada, and I'm pretty sure we're in a few other countries too. And so, but get one or get five or get 10, give them out as Christmas gifts. They're a great gift. Get people to do, it's a 100-day challenge. So join us with the 100-day challenge and guarantee you that next year will be so much more wonderful if you do that, start off the year with the 100-day challenge with us.
Yes, and let us know how it's going. Lori, thank you so much for being here, for being my Gratitude Girls partner, and for helping us both to co-author one of the best stocking stuffers anybody could give.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for being here with me and for us doing this for 13 years now together. I'm just so blessed. And everyone, we're so grateful for you to be here with us too, following us. And make sure to get the Gratitude Girls Journal. Tune in tomorrow night because we're going to have a special show here with you. And we will see you then. Thanks, everyone.
Ciao, good night.